Hi guys, so I'm sitting here with little time before the kids wake up. They're still sleeping, and you know what? Let them sleep. So the other day I made this card, just a really fun, kind of different kind of card. I love it. It feels so sturdy. It's amazing. I use hunky-dory items, but you don't have to do that. But this made a 5x7. So basically I designed this card so that it would still fit in a 5x7 envelope, and you're good to go, right? Why am I so close up? Yeah, I knew something was up. Okay. Actually, I just filmed a whole other video. Oh my gosh, I hope it wasn't that close. If it was, then oh well. But I had said, oh, if you want me to do an A2 one, let me know, and I'll try to do an A2 size one. So I guess that's what we'll do today. Obviously, if it's A2, it's going to be, pretty tight or small. I'm wondering, like in my mind, I'm like, do I make it 4 1/4 still and play with the 5 1/2 part? I think that's what you have to do. Or do you make it 4 1/4 wide? Well, that's what I meant. Yeah, so it'd be like this, right? And then something skinny, but then it'd be really skinny sticking out the top. I think it kind of has to be that way. Like, what else can we do? So let me grab some paper. If anything I use is available, I'll link it, possibly embed in the video or in the description box. Those would be affiliate links for me. I'll make a small commission if you're a purchase items to those links. But again, with videos like this, I would love for you to just pull things from your stash and you're good to go, right? Yeah, so let me think. I do have a piece of cardstock here actually that's already 4 1/4 because I had just made a card that was A2 size. 4 1/4 wide. I don't know. I feel like it needs to go like this and then something. Does that make sense? Yeah, maybe. Let me think about this a little bit before I pop into it because I can't envision in my mind how, if it's 5 1/2 inches tall and only this wide, what I want this bottom one to be, right? That doesn't look too funky. I'll be right back. Yeah, I brought this card out to kind of help me envision this. And I think the low-hanging fruit, the easiest thing would be is to make the base about this high. And then this piece sticks out over the top or on the side. I mean, it can still be on the side, but I feel like it needs to be kind of centered. It is a small card, guys. So, I mean, we can only do what we can. So maybe let's do 4 1/4. By 3 inches tall. Would that be good? Let's see. I'm just going to go for it. So 4 1/4 by 3 inches. That means we're going to score it at, 4 1/4 by 6 inches. We're going to score it at 3 inches. And then that means whatever we put behind this can have an extra 2 1/2 inches or so, right? I like matte layers, so it probably won't be a full 2 1/2 because I want it to be up a little bit. Okay, all right. Do we do a white? Yeah, I did white on that one. So, okay. So let's see. 4 1/4. What if we do 3 inches wide? Let me see what 3 inches would look like. 3 inches wide would be like here. We can do that. Let's go 3 inches wide, and then we'll come up with our other number. This is 4 1/4 right now, so maybe that works for us. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a floating design. It's kind of interesting. Let me see how this would look. So if this is 3 inches tall already, and 5 1/2 is up here, it would be like that. That is pretty skinny and tall, to be honest. Maybe I would make this a little bit longer. So, because I feel like that's too much, no? As much as it's sticking up here. And maybe we make this taller. Again, this one I have no ideas. The other one is easy because you have these big layers. Maybe let's go 3 1/2. Okay. And then leave this the way it is. So I don't mind having wasted a little paper. I could have done my thing right now. I could just go with that number, but I feel like, it looks awkward. So let me grab another piece of cardstock. Okay, so 4 1/4 by 7 is what we're going to want. So, that's interesting. I can cut this paper this way, I suppose, just to not waste too much of it. But it doesn't really matter. To be honest, I can just cut it the other way too and make 2 cards still. 4 1/4 by 7. I could have cut that right in half and still made 2 cards, but that's all right. By 7. All right, guys. If you like the look of the other one, you already have the numbers there, but I'm going to go 4 1/4 by 7, score it at 3 1/2. And then this piece, again, see, that just looks a little more, And let's see, where's 5 1/2? Yeah, that's good. So 4¼ by 7, scored a 3.5. This piece is 3 by 4¼ So now we matte layer. Okay, so again, I have no idea. I just grabbed this paper, this cardstock. I have no plans for it. I have this cute paper right here. It doesn't have to be the same, and it probably shouldn't be the same. So I'm going to cut this one down to matte this. And the other one, we matted it twice. You mat it twice, you can mat it once. I mean, whatever it is that you want. Let's go with 2 matte layers again, just to be cute. Trying to see what I have here. Should we use funky colors, some weird colors, like this blue that doesn't really do anything, but it's kind of interesting, right? I'm making this up as we go, guys, like totally. So 4¼ by 3.5. So this first matte layer, I'm gonna write this down so you guys can see what I'm thinking, but of course you do whatever matte layers you like. Okay, so it should be 4¼ by 3.5. If you want to fill the whole thing, go for it, but I like 1/8, so I'm gonna do 4 1/8 by, I'm doing 4 1/8 this way, you know, 3 3/8 in the other direction for my first matte layer. And the second one should be 4 by 3 1/4. Okay. So I'll show you that there. This guy was again 3 by 4 1/4. So my first matte layer should be 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And the second one should be 2 3/4 by 4. So those are the kind of matte layers I want for each of these pieces. I remember, I guess I can write this down too because we're going to cover it up anyway. This whole piece is 3 by 4 1/4. Okay, and this whole piece was 4 1/4 by 7, scored, this is scored 3.5. Okay, remember this is scored, even though it looks like it says card, not with an E. There you go. Okay, so I will do that with these pieces. I don't need to bore you with matte layering or whatever, but 4 1/8 wide, which I think this is exactly 4 1/8 already, by 3 3/8. Again, that's just shy of 3.5. It'd be great if this would fit there, but I know it doesn't, so I'm just going to go get another piece, but there you go. And then 4 by 3 1/4. I'm going to do 3 1/4 first, because this one doesn't matter. The direction of the paper doesn't matter, but if yours does, then definitely pay attention to that. By 4. How cute is that? Nice, cute, tight matte layer. And then I'm going to pop those on there. Now this one, honestly, I can just flip this paper around. I know I just recently used this paper. Actually, have you guys seen that video yet? I think you might. You know, with this blue area, to bring some of that blue out. I don't know, or should we do it this way? The skinny way. Maybe I'll do it this way. Okay, let me grab blue paper, this exact same one, to do my matte layer, and then I'm going to cut this one to the right proportions that I need, 2 3/4 by 4, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so before, I guess I could have matte layered these. I'm just going to use this paper, I don't know. It's different. And then some kind of ephemera or something, but again, I'm making this up as we go, which is typical here, but today is especially by the seat of our pants. Okay, so again, this piece is 2 3/4 by 4. Actually, let's see. Let's see, maybe I want this piece down here instead of this piece like this. Nah, it's alright. Okay. 2 3/4 by 4 on top of 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. And then our other one is this one here, but of course on top of our piece that's already 3 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I'm just going to glue that down. Sorry, I kind of like to walk you through how I come up with my numbers, and a lot of people like that. Some people are like, oh, you're not prepared, you should be prepared, that kind of thing. But that's not how I do it here, guys. And I think these channels where you watch where they have music or they don't really talk about it or they have this perfect thing, they did it however many times, and that's fine. I just don't do it that way, and I doubt you do it that way at home. So I don't know. That's fine. So this one's 4 by 3 1/4 on top of 4 1/8 by 3 3/8. on top of our card base. Again, that was 4 1/4 by 7, scored at 3 1/2. So I'm gonna put that here. And I'm gonna see if I have some kind of ephemera, something cute, just to finish this off, obviously. I mean, die cuts, whatever it is that you want to use. I'm almost not convinced I need it to be like this, right in the center. I think maybe we put it off to the side. That'd be cute, right? So let me put this on here in a way that I can see my 3 inches. Okay. And then maybe bring it in a fun way that's just a little off-centered. I mean, that's different, right? And maybe whatever, I don't know. It depends on what you're going to decorate this with, I think. So anyway, since we did 3 1/2, we just need another half. Obviously, that's 4, 5 1/2. So you can't go too crazy here, guys. So let's see. 3 1/2, 4, 5 1/2. That's still kind of tall. And maybe like here, right? Just make it really interesting. So I just want to see about how far I need to put this. Okay, so I want it a little bit over from here. 4, 5 1/2 is right there. I'm bringing it just a little bit more than a 1/4 inch in from the left. And let's see if our eyeballing is correct. I mean, I am using my mat there. Yeah, perfect, 5 1/2. Okay, this one's very fresh and different. And again, play with these numbers. You want this longer? Cut it longer. Whatever, wider, skinnier, it doesn't really matter. If you have some ephemera that you're really basing it on, I would base it on the size of that and then add, some layering so that it would work for that specific ephemera. I have no idea, so let me just grab something and hopefully it works. Okay guys, I just went and grabbed some, I know this is all beat up, but this is like some painted floral cherished ephemera die cuts. I might have mixed them up together because that's the kind of thing I would do. These are from LGS Creative. Oh my gosh, look at all these pieces. I should have put this away in a nicer fashion. They were just kind of shoved in there, but this might work for today's project. I was like, oh, maybe I'll just put some of these flowers like here, and I thought maybe it needs something more. I don't know if this is gonna work super well as far as what I have in mind, but because of all the colors that we used, I mean, there's all kinds of things we can bring in. I mean, that's cute. And again, this can go all over because as long as you're within that 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, you're good to go. I'm thinking maybe I don't even put the flowers. Maybe I just put a sentiment. I have plenty of sentiments in here. I have some other ones. I have tons of diamond press stuff. Oh my gosh, so many items from Spellbinders. So let me dig through here. I don't want to bother your guys' ears, but also if you don't have this, then it doesn't matter to you. I just need to bring out something that will work. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, I think I came up with something. Here we go. So let's stick that white one down nicely in the background, and then we'll see about popping things up. I did want something that had like a length to it, and I think I found what I was looking for. So let's just get some glue on this guy. And again, I mean, if you're thinking about a certain ephemera that might stick off and you want this shorter, but that sticks up at the top, I think that'd be really cute because, again, as long as it fits within your parameters of whatever, or if you're going to make your own envelope, then it doesn't really matter, does it? That looks cute, kind of sticking off the side. So stick that guy down. And I was going to stick this guy down too, and then put this on dimensionals. But maybe we put some dimensionals on the back side of that. That would be cute. I'm going to cut this in half because I don't want too much. I just want a little bit of something. And the kids are already off on summer break, and they've only been off for a little bit, but I'm getting stir crazy already. Do you guys feel that way sometimes? Like, I want to go do something. So hopefully we'll do that soon. I know for, like I said, the 4th of July we'll be at Camp Pendleton, but that's still a little while from now. I don't know. I was like, why didn't we book anything? Especially my husband's off for Juneteenth, and he's off for 4 days, and we're here. But there's plenty of things at the house to do, so I guess we need to take care of that before we do anything else. I think coming out of winter, there's always projects, right? Did I put glue here? Yes, I hope I did. And then this guy, and again, You know, I'm just looking at what I have, throwing things together. Some of these things might still be available that I can link for you. I don't know if LGR's Creative still has the watercolor garden or painted garden or, you know, things, but they might. There's like there's a little burr on this one. Hold on. There's like a little piece of something right there I want to get rid of. Let's hold that down. There, and about here. Maybe there. Let's put that back straight again. Alright guys, and if you don't know much about Juneteenth, I welcome you to look it up. Very important stuff. Alright guys, I think that came out really cute and fresh and fun. Why not? So again, play with these numbers and see what you can come up with that does something like this. It is a different vibe, I think, than this one, clearly. But it still feels super sturdy, really cute, something totally different. The person can have it just like that, you know, and then you still have plenty of room to write what you're going to write on the inside. And a lot of times with fun folds and funky things, it's hard to do that. Even with like flip cards, you're already seeing the inside of the card, so you can't really write on it. So maybe write on the back of it. I mean, there's all these different things, but they look cute. So these are very functional cards. So thanks for watching, guys. I will have images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box, and I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.